Irresistible is the new movie directed by John Stewart. This is a movie that I was pretty interested in when trailers started to surface earlier on in the year, because it looked like it had a lot of interesting things to say about politics, and being that it's directed and written by John Stewart, you would think that it would have a lot of interesting things to say politically, especially in sort of like this division that we're in our country right now. And I'll say this, I think the movie as a whole is fairly harmless. If anything, for a large majority, feels somewhat apolitical, like sort of like play into both sides in some ways. But I will say, with it being, harmless, it doesn't mean that it's good. It's a movie that is pretty void of character depth. Steve Carell plays this campaign manager that's a big shot liberal, but he just plays like a pretty generic version of what we see as like the Hollywood elite liberal that is not down to earth and doesn't understand how people's lives work. And Rose Byrne is similar, but on the conservative end. And then you go to this small town, and it just plays to this. It plays to this stereotype of all small towns, practically have no Wi-Fi, and you don't necessarily know why this town is suffering. They never really say, because we don't know these characters. An actress like Mackenzie Davis comes in, who's, I think, is a great actress, and she comes in, and you'd expect there to be some levity and some depth to that character, and there ultimately isn't. There's not much to it, and as much of a joy as it is to see Chris Cooper play a relatively pleasant character and not just like an irate character that's just angry at everybody, there's not much to his character either, and he's the one running for mayor of this town, and in that regard, it is a huge letdown. The fact that I don't think this movie has anything interesting to say politically until maybe the end. And I will say, this is the kind of movie that isn't asking for a big third act reveal or a third act twist, but yet there is one, and the whole entire movie rides on that twist. And while the ideas of that twist are interesting and I can agree with them, it doesn't work with the film's narrative. Like, it goes to show that just because I believe a movie, I believe and agree with the movie politically, doesn't mean that I think it works as a film. And this is one of those cases with Irresistible. It would have worked much better as just maybe like John Stewart making a viral video of him speaking, or like an hour-long documentary, sort of like diving into these things that he's talking about later on in the film. Because as a twist, it feels completely ungrounded. And the movie already had huge problems tonally. At times it feels like it could exist in the real world, and there's other times that feel like a part of like a comedy sketch you'd see on YouTube, and then you get to the big reveal, and it just completely loses all credibility as far as it being grounded at all. I think the movie as a whole is entertaining enough. It's not boring. You're always interested to see where it's going to go and where this election's going to lead to. But then, like I said, it gets to the reveal, and I was kind of angry when it happened, honestly. It's one of those movies that it changes the whole entire first two-thirds of the movie after the reveal. And I can't say that I'm looking to rewatch the movie to find out how the movie plays out knowing how it ends now. So, yeah, I'm not going to rewatch it. I think this is a C-. Huge letdown. Let me know what you thought of Irresistible in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching.